Right, let's do it.
Thank you, mate. Heads called. Tails, New Zealand.
Michael, you won the toss. Didn't hear what you want to do. What are you going to do?
We're going to have a bowl first, Rigger.
All right, so that's well, that's a little bit different, isn't it?
3, 2, 1, game on.
Right, let's get it on. Wild one to start.
Not quite worth the wait from Will O'Rourke. Just a genuine loosener from the big quick.
It is a long count, isn't it? Down from 10. Maybe go with 5.
Is that just for the fast bowler's benefit, or?
Well, you get cold standing around. No real pace. All called wide again. I think that's a tough call. You play a genuine square cut to that. Maybe not.
Saying that's what, 1-0 Wayne Knights today.
I mean, it was over the black line, which they use as a guide, don't they? No real pace, though, which surprises me. Maybe that grass is cushioning the ball, rather lobbing through the keeper. Standing a long way back, though. Good carry. Now he gets hold of that one. Just. More of a poke than a slash.
It's always one of those things that really intrigues me when you're playing the double headers and you have the women's match play first, men's match play second. Often found through playing in these double headers, watching the double headers, that if the wicket is perfect for the woman, you see big high scores, you see the ball coming on nicely, going all around the ground, getting put into the stands. Often that means it's not quite right for the men's game. And it's a little bit vice versa with that as well. And so it can mean that that grassiness of the pitch here really played into the hands of the women's game. It meant there was pace, there was some bounce. Spinners could get the ball to grip, times hold. And almost here it looks a little bit tennis ball-y early on.
A classic New Zealand tennis ball bounce, isn't it? It's a high bounce, but it's a slow bounce. It can be hard to find your timing initially. Oh, ugly. Oh, that come rearing back. He got a look at that. He didn't like it. He did pretty well to get out the way. Yeah, he wants wide because it's gone down the leg side. Why not? I'm with you.
I might be happy not to face another ball on the Will O'Rourke over. That has gone an absolute mile.
Well, the grass is there. It's not actually providing any pace at the moment. It's giving seam. Oh, that was awful. He would have felt trapped. It would have been that moment where everything just felt like it was in slow motion. Yeah, why not have a swing of the next?
And that's the follow-up, isn't it? Ball before, absolute brute from O'Rourke. Next ball just pushes the ball up a little further. The feet don't really go. Muhammad Harris. Was he expecting another short one? Because it's just that little short stride into the ball.
I'm surprised because I stood out on that pitch and I looked and I thought this looks even covering the grass, plenty there. Didn't look that thick, the grass. So I thought we were seeing a bit more pace than we have so far. And it's just lobbing through. At the moment, he just can't. Like they're not good deliveries. Those they're short and wide. But you'll see from the highlight here that he's going underneath it. And that, by a long way. And that's that tennis ball bounce.
It's climbing through. There's definitely bounce there, that's for sure.
We tried something different. It was tipping all right. Got in a bit of a tangle. Bizarro first over that thing. 4 without loss. We heard the teams, a lot of changes for Pakistan, 5 in total. And New Zealand just the 1. Zach Folkes has a sit down for today's game, and back into the side comes Bez Sears. 3 quicks for New Zealand. Jacob Duffy has the ball, as he often does. He bowls that second over. We can see if he gets some outswing. In fact, he's the highest ranked seam bowler in World T20 cricket at the moment. He does get some swing.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal, Jacob Duffy, in recent times. He has just come into prime wicket-taking form, and he's continued it this series. Started off with 4 for 14 in Christchurch, picked up 2 for in his hometown. Still managed to stay in the wickets with 1 in Auckland, and then another 4 for his second of the series at Bay Oval.
He saw that first ball swing, he tried to bowl the perfect delivery next. There's 4 wickets at the mount. That one not really swinging, but just a little poke. That's a beauty, that, isn't it? Awkward length with a little bit of seam movement. Not the greatest delivery on earth, but once you're broken the back, you get to bowl at the lesser players. Back live and a swing and a miss.
It's a little bit like the batting side of the game, isn't it? Sometimes when you get in form, you get in run scoring or wicket taking mode, you just can't help but it keeps happening. You get on a little roll. Also works the complete opposite. You get yourself out of nick and you can't buy a wicket, can't buy a run. But at the moment, Jacob Duffy in a real purple patch in his career.
What a ripper, what a catch! Oh, that's good cricket from the fielding team, that really is. You can't do much with that. Nearly the perfect ball, and what a catch it is.
That is an absolute curler. Jacob Duffy pitching the ball up, swinging it. Can't keep this man out of the wickets at the moment. It is outstanding once again from Jacob Duffy. He has got the ball talking here. Look at that seam position off the outside edge, and then a quality piece of fielding to go along with it. Diving away, Jimmy Neesham takes a good, smart, low catch. New Zealand are into Pakistan already. The Roxor Diamonds career of Hassan Nawaz continues. He's out for 0. Pakistan 5 for 1.
Yusuf, 7 matches, hasn't played in the series. I don't think this could be his first outing in the series. I know Salman Ali Agha has been batting at 3. Oh, he gets greedy with one there. This a tick of the ribs.
Yeah, that's a nice welcome, isn't it, to the new player? And the reason why he's out in the middle is because of this bit of brilliance. Has quality swing bowling. He gets himself in a real tangle, does Nawaz. Plays all around it.
It's a good catch by Neesham. It was a good catch anyway, but when the ball's on leg side there, you're partially sighted. You don't see the ball come off the edge. When they're hitting through the offside, you see it come off the edge, but there you don't. So you're late. Naturally, you're late to react.
Lovely smart catch. One of those ones as well. She had a chat with Jimmy Neesham. He was mic'd up in the last game, and he said it's much easier being in the slips T20 cricket than it is for a test match, where you can spend all day waiting for the edge. When it finally comes, and if you're not clued on, then you shall it. But also one of those ones, T20 cricket, you can spend a bit of time standing in the slips court and not see the ball come your way too often.
Carving in the air. Doesn't carry all the way down. They've got to be a little careful. Try spending a whole test day under the helmet of short leg. You know what's difficult. 8 for 1. Well, I think you actually an indication that there is a bit of moisture starting to settle down on the ground now, because the players and the bowlers have asked for the sawdust to be brought out. Here's O'Rourke again, and O'Rourke past the outside edge again.
He just looks uncomfortable to face, Will O'Rourke. Big tall bowler, gets that seam bolt upright, and at the moment it's just wobbling through. But he's always capable of that nasty, brutish delivery, which then means batters just get a little bit tentative at times at the crease.
Flashing again. This sort of bounce, I know that Pakistan's been here for a while, but this type of bounce, it takes a long time. It takes seasons of coming up through the grades in New Zealand to get a real handle on this tennis ball bounce that you get in New Zealand.
Oh, and there's still times even as a local where it catches you out. You think that it's one you can get on top of, ride the bounce, and it just climbs on you, makes life really difficult, really uncomfortable.
Good take. Good take. It's a wide. And Mache seemed like he had an eternity to get to it. Still a very good take.
Oh, he's covered some ground, Mache. That little initial skip across that allows him to get into position, to get the big dive in, stick the left hand out. It'll be one of those that Canterbury teammate Will O'Rourke will give just the little hands up. Well, thanks for that, save the figures.
It's a good field set actually for what's going on here too, because what they've done is they've put third man back. Third man's very much in the game for a catch, I believe. Fine leg is back as well. So the easiest way to score off a ball that's bouncing like this when it's a good length is to try to play that little ramp, that little scoop. So those positions are covered now. Now they made a change. They must have heard what I was saying. Just to spite me, they brought fine leg up and put square leg back.
Got the windows open, that's why, listening in. Can't have that Mark Richardson being right about everything today.
And I think the option there, to go across and try to access that area. So adept at it nowadays, these players.
Yeah, it's a tricky shot to play. And it's one you've got to have a little bit of bravery to go to early, especially against Will O'Rourke, the height of Will O'Rourke in particular. On the top of the bounce, he'll pick up 4 as well, because the field was different for him. Fine leg was back, square leg was up, and he got it square enough. Yeah, not perfect timing. Mohamed Harris, but what we have seen through this whole series is he swings hard. He's prepared to really try and take the bowling on. Not necessarily straight out of the coaching manual, that one, but gets enough of a thick bottom edge on it, and it will race away. Boundaries are short square here. Definitely one of the areas of the ground to target.
Another one past the outside edge. 3 gone, 14 for 1. So Ramadan at the moment, and means is that Pakistan lads, they're fasting up until the sun goes down. So once they deem the sun has fallen, then they can eat again. Tremendous discipline, isn't it?
Yeah, phenomenal. To think that, you know, even New Zealand players are talking about how it gets to a 7:15 start for a game, how late it is in the day and how you have to occupy yourself. And to think that you then turn up and play the start of the game and you fasted since the sun's come up until the sun has set. Incredible discipline. And really nice cricket in the position to be able to have that break and play. Allow teams to break their fast, continue on with the game.
Duffy will bowl a second. And why not? New Zealand. One bowler using the swing in the air, the other one using the bounce, looking for wickets. There's definitely a little bit of movement there for Duffy. And at the moment, the only real option is just to run that down to third man. It's quite difficult out there.
It looks really challenging. And especially these two, I think they bowl really well together in a pair. You know, Rourke looking to use the bounce, the climb. If he's going to get movement, it's generally into the batter, cramping them up. Jacob Duffy swinging the ball away, bowling a slightly fuller length. And he has been incredibly successful this series. 12 wickets, top of the charts.
Oh, what a ripper. Oh, that's awkward. Hay thinks there could be something in this. Jimmy Neesham shaking his head. I don't think Duffy's that interested either.
Oh, I think Jacob Duffy initially was really keen on this. Mitch Hay not too sure, but it was Jimmy Neesham coming in hot, rubbing the shoulder, saying not off the outside edge of the bat, it's off the shoulder instead. And I think Jacob Duffy thought he had got his man here.
Oh, what did that hit? There's a noise there. Awkward delivery. Problem has, when it's difficult like this, you're not used to it. You do get balls that perhaps you could score off. It's the indecision, it's the uncomfortableness. Your feet go nowhere. You get yourself in a really negative position. You're forced back. And because of that, balls that you can score off, they go past. And this is something the Pakistan players need to be really strong in mind to overcome that.
I completely agree. And it just scrambles the thinking. As soon as the ball starts going round.
That's good. That's good. That's sensible. That's probably the easiest shot to play out there right now. That is a good, sensible shot from Harris.
Yeah, really clever. Uses the pace, uses the bounce, gets himself nicely inside the line. Meanwhile, that great decision from New Zealand not to review. Good eagle eye from Jimmy Neesham in at slip. And it was eagle eyes there from Muhammad Harris. Saw the length early, got himself nicely in position across the stumps. Able to use all the pace and bounce on offer from Jacob Duffy.
Throw, saw him coming, went for the Yorker, changed it up there. Duffy. Tell you what, he's really gained a yard of pace in the last year. Genuine heat with swing.
And reckons it's as simple as bowling coach said, get on your toes a bit more. Run on your toes a bit more. Easy as that. There's another 5-10K.
Outside the line of off. Take a leg bite. Four gone, 20 for one. There's a scrambled seam, not really designed to swing. That's probably why Duffy was interested. I reckon, yeah, okay, running on his toes, but you know, I think what's probably made the difference is he wants to bowl faster. So he's asked the coach, how do I bowl faster? We run on your toes, but really it's probably he wants to bowl faster. So running on his toes or not, I think it's the intent that is probably transferred into gaining an extra yard. And here's another bloke who can bowl fast and wants to bowl fast. Ben Sears.
Yeah, they put their body through the ringer, the quicks. And so it has to be that desire. Run in and be bowling at maximum every time you're bowling out in the middle. An exciting time in New Zealand quicks. Guess it's the next generation coming through, the next broom of quicks, and there's a lot of excitement there, a lot to like. All slightly unique in the way they go about things as well.
Got to keep him on the park. Yeah, and New Zealand's leading fast bowler is not there at the moment. Matt Henry. So there's a few around.
Yeah, Kyle Jamieson as well. Saw him feature at the start of the series, and then just a bit of workload management now. We see the three quicks on display tonight: Duffy, Sears, and O'Rourke.
Ow. Can't stand there and rub it because you need to scamper through for the leg bye. It's probably the best thing you can do. Take off for a run.
Well, that is uncomfortable. That's hit him pretty firmly too. Clipped a little bit everything. It's off the arm, into the chest. Bowling in the mid to high 130s at the moment. That will smart a little bit. Being treated to a beautiful night here in Wellington.
It depends on what perspective you take there, because not so beautiful if you're Harris and Omar out there. It's a bit of a torrid old night at the moment.
hard to see the sunset from in the stadium, isn't it? Don't quite get the same pretty views over the...
No, all they can see is a pitch with a lot of grass and a big, strong fast bowler running in. Who wants it? Mitch Hay wants it. He keeps his eye on it. He tracks back and he takes it. He's got the gloves on. He's never dropping that.
There's a little sigh of relief at the end of that from Mitch Hay. Head is high into the night sky. Lights on here in Wellington. He's tracked back well, gets himself nicely in position, hands up nice and high. He has made that look easy in the end, as Mitch Hay. And Ben Sears, he's into the wicket-taking charts today. Mohammad Harris gone for 11. Pakistan 23 for 2.
Skipper's come out to bat at number 4, Salman Ali Agar. I don't want to put the mockers on him, but I do feel, having watched him a little bit in the series, I think he's a bit more equipped than others to handle this bounce. Here's the wicket. I have nothing wrong with the shot here. I think it's on. I think it's probably one of the easy ones to try to just get underneath it and help it over fine leg. It just got a bit of a top edge and up it went. And you always leave the bloke with the gloves on to take it. It's been hard yakka for Pakistan in these first 5 overs to score runs. (23 for 2).
Well, we're with the WGC girls, and tell me, Anna, what is Bleed Teal? Is that a reference to the old Black Caps? Or?
No, it's school colours. WGC represent, yeah. We're in the finals tomorrow. Shout out to my teammates.
Oh, very good luck in the final. And now we're here for a quiz question as well as a fan ambassador. I wanted to know who scored a double 100 out here in the 2015 Cricket World Cup.
5. I don't know.
Oh, you were only just burnt.
I was like 5, which is...
Well, the answer's Martin Guptill, and the long story short is, look out for the final tomorrow, Anna.
Yeah.
You'll be all day.
Well, Jacob Duffy is back for a third, and why not? 1 for 9. I tell you what, there is an unemployed front foot on each of these Pakistan batters right now. Grant Elliott, as they are being forced back by an absolute onslaught here from New Zealand's quicks and swingers.
Yeah, it has been a tough examination, but I think, you know, when I walked out there today, Scotty, one of the things I did feel was the grass on the wicket, and there's a lot of live grass on there, and live grass means that if it is hard underneath, and it is, either means one or two things. It's either going to slow up in that grass or it's going to just accelerate off it. So anything short has been tough. I think as a batter here, you'd be surprised if you get anything in your half. So hanging back and maybe looking for those cut shots, anything that you could get underneath is the way to go.
Well, there's a bit of intent. And crucially, someone is off the mark here. Amir's been out there 10 balls. He's on 7. 25 for 2. What a leader Jacob Duffy has become in this team, and there's confirmation. The pace is up here. 140 clicks average tonight, Jacob Duffy. I mean, we're talking about a mid-130s bowler tops maybe 18 months ago. Oh, he's got to be gone. He's got to be gone. Mitch Hay's making a claim, and Sean Haig is looking around. I don't know if it's a nervous look, but he wasn't prepared to put a hand up. There is an appeal from behind. There's a huge conference going on. Almost every single Black Cap's in it. And Michael Bracewell, I think, by the power of numbers alone, has snuck a review in.
TV umpire to director. We have a review for call behind. The original decision is not out. It is a fair delivery. Front on first. Thank you. Thank you. Roll through. And the ball's close to the glove in the bat there. I'll need ultra edge. Thank you. Roll through. Roll through. Thank you. There's a spike there next to the glove. And the glove. I'll go back to Sean on field. I can change your decision. Your on-screen signal now.
Well, there are reviews, and then there are reviews, and that is outstanding from New Zealand. We'll get a look at it at some point after this replay. Just have a look at how many of the Black Caps were involved in this decision. It is a faint tickle off the glove onto the thigh pad, caught down the leg side, and 9 of the 11 were involved in making the call. You might have noticed that on the wide shot. Amir Yousaf goes, he's gone for 7 off 11, 25 for 3. Usman Khan, 19th match today, just 15.4 his average, and this is a Bunsen burner from New Zealand. They have lit a fire.
It was a quality review, absolute quality. And Scotty, well, you speak about the conference, I think we're about to see it.
I'll try and find you the shot of everyone together. Oh, and he swung that away, and that's just short of Ben Sears. Oh, Pakistan are just trying to get anything going here, trying to get on the front foot on that occasion. Usman Khan.
It's very similar to Christchurch in a way. They just can't find their timing on a wicket where the ball's climbing. There's a lot of bounce, a lot of pace. The graphic we saw with Duffy leading on average pace, you almost would have thought that would have been flipped around. Will O'Rourke would have been the quickest bowler, with Ben Sears maybe second and Duffy third, but he's obviously got some great rhythm that he's building here, Jacob Duffy. He's 2 for 12, and last delivery of his third over here.
Guided down to thirds. And that is the end of the power play, and that's got to rank among the lowest. 27 for 3, Pakistan. Well, that is a view, isn't it? Beautiful night sky here in our capital city. Sun setting behind Te Ahumairangi Hill. Oh, went for a flutter again. How many past the edge? How many past the edge tonight? There's the power play, Grant Elliott, and really, it's about New Zealand. That was the first wicket. Sensational fielding, great bowling, and then it was just a procession of deliveries that forced Pakistan onto the back foot and kept them there.
They've struggled with the bounce, the pace. There's been excellent fielding. It's been all New Zealand in this power play, and to be honest, in this series, bar the Eden Park game.
It's cut away for 4. Salman trying to get something going here. It's just a little short and wide from Sears on that occasion.
They use the pace. He's got fast hands. Salman throws his hands at it. Great angle to see how quickly the hands go through that, hoping that if he gets enough bat on it, it'll just fly, and that's what it's done. Scotty, if we look at the power play for Pakistan, and that would be something that you'd have to sit down as a coaching unit and definitely talk to the players about it, especially the top 6 batters.
Oh, edged over the top and slipped. That'll run away for 4 more.
Back-to-back boundaries, bit of fortune in that one. He did try and play it down to third man, but I think when we watch this, let's just see if he got a little bit top edge on it. Yeah, just the edge of the bat. Try to play it down, and the edge probably saved him. Yeah, so they were 14 for 4 in match number 1 in the power play. 36 for 2, then 75 for 1 at Eden Park. 42 for 5.
Yeah, Eden Park is some kind of outlier in this series, isn't it? Hassan Nawaz. What an extraordinary series for Hassan Nawaz, this series. And I mean, 106 runs in his first 5 innings, and that included a century. Included a century. Evan Lewis was the previous fewest with 118, which included an innings of 100 also. And there is Hassan Nawaz. Duck, 105 on a red anchor, 1 duck. That is extraordinary.
I would love to have heard the selection discussion around his name, where they thought he got a duck. They said, listen, we need to stick with this guy. We said we're going to stick. Then he got the next duck, and they're thinking, hang on a second, have we made the right decision? Let's give him another go. Then he got 105. They said, this guy's in for the rest of the year. He's an incredible player.
The selectors would have been chah-hooing, high-fiving.
He's one of our best ever. Now they might be back to the same discussion they were having after the first 2 games.
Oh, that's an interesting shot. And it'll be saved on the boundary. Lovely work from Duffy. That's bowler helping bowler that. 7 overs complete, 37 for 3.
Yeah, tough power play there. Tough power play when you see the 3 wickets, but also nothing above 6 runs in the over. It's a reflection on how well this New Zealand team is bowled, but also how tough Pakistan are finding it to adapt to bouncy wickets with a bit of pace.
Perfectly calm, clear evening here in Wellington. The dew will settle. Ish Sodhi is going to provide Pakistan with their first taste of spin. Jacob Duthie has now taken 13 wickets in the series, Grant, equal with the man on screen. Ish Sodhi took 13 in a bilateral series against Australia back in 2021. So that is an equal best for Duffy and Sodhi in a bilateral series, both with a chance to add more tonight. Starts with a leg in, it's wide, and it's popped away for 4.
Gee, incredible timing from Usman. It was wide, and this is normally the safe delivery for Sodhi. Puts it out wide so that it can just get struck to cover, so he can get into his work and start a bit of a rhythm. But Usman has absolutely smashed that through extra cover.
Oh, Usman's expecting a wrong in here. He's looked out to leg, and he certainly gets one. It's good anticipation from Usman Khan. He's done his scouting on Sodhi.
Yeah, I think that the tough scouting would have to be with the Pakistan team leading into the series. And particularly the opener, Hassan Nawaz.
There's not much to scout there.
Well, after Eden Park, you're not too sure what to scout. I mean, it's rocks or diamonds. That was an incredible 100, Scotty.
Tell me about it. Now on to the reverse. There's no run there.
Well, you've got Baz ball. Maybe this is Javed ball, Akib Javed. But they're certainly trying to play an exciting brand as batters. But there's a time where you look at their power play scores and you go, well, we need to actually have a few wickets in hand so that we can launch. Is that a reflection on how well New Zealand have bowled, or?
It's cut away straight to short third, and they'll hustle through for a single.
Or is it a reflection on Pakistan and how much they've struggled as a new team, new combinations, missing the experience of Rizwan and Babar Azam?
Well, he's given himself room. Not enough, though. Mitchell's there. Big Mitz himself takes the catch. That's the fourth. Sodhi has the wicket. And Usman just stands and can't believe what he's done. He waited and waited for that delivery. There's no question he's out. I think he just would rather not be.
There's a drag down from Sodhi. Dragged it down. Didn't get the length that he wanted. And Usman just couldn't get enough length on it. Not enough. He had to reach for it. It was that short. Another Pakistan batter goes. Pakistan once again in a lot of strife. 43 for 4.
We don't want to talk too soon, but we might be early to Coro tonight. Abdul Samad, just his 5th match. Oh, there's got to be an innings here. There has to be something through this middle order. They've relied on the top order. It has failed. Nawaz, the standalone. And that's 1 innings out of 5. Driven. Oh, goodness me. That's a bump ball, sure. The crowd got excited. I thought it was job done. 43 for 4.
Well, this is what the crowd got excited about. It happens every time. Straight into the deck. And what normally happens is a player throws it in the air to get the crowd even more excited, fizz them up. Must tell you a funny story, Scotty. The name Abdul Samad is synonymous with a designer in Lahore who designs jackets and suits.
Oh, that is close to the edge too.
And my friend from Lahore, Fakhri Alam, he takes me to Abdul Samad's shop to go fit me out in a suit, but he fits me out in a grooming outfit. So I'm a groom for a wedding.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got what you mean now.
And he asked me to say something in Urdu, so I say it to his phone camera. Anyway, it goes viral. It makes the news. It was basically me saying that I'm single and I'm looking for a wife. Stitched me up massively. It made the local news.
Well, what I think we're all interested to know is, did anyone apply for the position?
I don't think there were any applications.
No applications.
There was no excitement.
Just got a bit of a sight screen issue. There you go. Some bonus advertising time, and Will O'Rourke has had to wait at the top of his mark. You always have to be careful when you're asked to say something in a language you don't fully comprehend.
Yeah, I won't make that mistake again.
Got myself into a bit of a pickle with the Afrikaans language.
You don't want to get that wrong.
No,
if you're in the wrong place.
I can tell you now you don't.
Especially when they're drinking karate juice.
Yeah, well, I can tell you one place you don't want to get that wrong, and that's the Thornhill pub in the Eastern Cape. Samad on strike. Now, did you at least get to keep the suit?
No, I just tried it on. He did make me a nice little blazer to present, and it was a purple number with, you know, the pocket tissue in. But every time he goes there, and I was with DK Morrison actually. Big Danny put an air hostess on it, big fella. And yeah, he fitted me out in a suit that was a lot tighter than this.
Oh, gee, that cutback was actually very well played in the end. Nice, Samad is off the mark.
Well, they're not stopping here, New Zealand. They're aggressive. They keep coming at these batters. Number 6 batter in now. And Will O'Rourke's into his 3rd over. Duffy's bowled 3. Will Brace will just keep going with seam and bring Sears back. He's still got 2 overs left.
It's nicely tucked away around the corner. Well, the plays and the misses tonight, there's been plenty of them. 30 dot balls in all, but just have a look at O'Rourke tonight. I mean, he's just decidedly unplayable. You have to look to where Pakistan batters are setting up the bat. And their backlift too.
Into the 9th, 46 for 4. Yeah, looking at all those play and misses, everything was above the blade. So it was missing underneath the delivery.
Just a reminder, the Lotto draw tonight for those playing Lotto. You'll find that on TV2 at 20 past 8. TV2, 20 past 8 for your Lotto draw. One thing noticed about Pakistani batters on this tour, and not all of them, but a high percentage picked up by Tony Sale, former Auckland coach, sitting up with that backlift behind the body. Grant, I mean, how much more difficult does that make facing, bowling and bounce and swing like they have on this tour?
Yeah, backlift is so important. It's like a golf swing. If your backlift is behind your body or anything full and straight, you're going to be playing around it, across it. Still the same principles of bringing the bat back straight or to gully almost, 3rd slip. It's got to stay inside the part of your body that it's facing. As soon as it gets behind your back, that's when you have to get your foot out of the way. Nothing really moves seamlessly and efficiently. It's about efficient movement with power. Sometimes on slow pitches that they play on.
Oh, Salman So on the sweep.
The technique that they will adopt and adapt to in Pakistan, because it also skids on. It doesn't have that elevated bounce like it does in New Zealand. It's tough to try and change your technique. It's more about which shots are you going to play and which shots are you not going to play. Some of these players are learning that touring will be tough, be extremely tough, touring to different countries.
Boy, Ace, lovely boy.
Bit of a hack that out to mid-wicket, but slowly ticking over. The 50 is up for Pakistan. 2 balls remaining in this Sodhi over. He's been good again tonight, Ish Sodhi.
Just bowled so well as a unit, and the decisions that Bracewell has to make now is, I wonder if he's going to bring Sears back for another, try and go for the 5th wicket.
Well, he had to get some bet on that. He was trapped right in front of the stumps. You have to break it to that kid. Your mother's not that dumb, and no mother is. Mums know everything. Oh, he was looking to wallop that out of the stadium, and he gets a single instead. Mitch Hay looking athletic behind the stumps. We're at the midway point. 52 for 4, Pakistan. And time for a Powerade drinks break.
Quick drinks break. Pakistan 52 for 4 at the halfway mark. It's been tough going. We've seen some superior fast bowling. Frankie Mackay, well, just the struggles against the Pacers continued for Pakistan top order. Yeah, I thought they were brilliant up top, the New Zealand Pacers. Jacob Duffy just keeps taking wickets. Ben Sears coming back into the lineup today. He picked up one for himself. Mitch Hay, he's been in the action. He has been very busy, be it dismissals or cleaning up off some slightly errant bowling. Always nice to see Ish Sodhi pick up a wicket too. Well, it's rebuild for the middle order. The skipper, he's been there all the way throughout this series, just trying to give Pakistan a score. Not sure if it's necessarily got the same pace in this wicket than we've seen throughout this series, but Pakistan will want to bring the spin bowlers that they've got in this side today. Will O'Rourke, Jacob Duffy, they've been bowling so well all series long. Both with very much the same figures, but with Duffy with those 2 wickets, and sometimes it's the bowler at the other end that does pick up the wickets. Yeah, they've all been good today, the 4 bowlers used for New Zealand. It'll be interesting to see if it'll be just the 5 that Michael Bracewell turns to, or whether he's going to give himself a little role at some point throughout the innings. But for now, it'll be seen once again, this time in the form of Jimmy Neesham. 42 wickets so far in his career, best of 3 for 16. Often see him bowl at the back end of innings.
Great bit of fielding. He's very simple, isn't he, in terms of the way that he comes in. He puts it maybe back of a length, but he has quite a strong grip on the ball, so it just allows that subtleness off the wicket. I think that's where a number of these players have struggled, is just the ball slightly moving off the middle.
Yeah, it has looked really tough today. It looked as though there's been the climb, the extra bounce, so that always makes things more difficult. But then there's been just enough sideways movement to keep the seamers interested.
Definitely heard a noise. Yeah, the finger goes up just a little bit wider, just a little bit off the wicket. And all it can do is catch the edge of Samad's bat.
He tried to pull out the poker face. Did Samad. This is what we are so used to seeing from Jimmy Neesham. Hangs the ball outside the off stump, tries to close out one side of the field. It's the bounce on display once again. It just catches a little top edge. And it is Abdul Samad who has to go for just the 4 at Pakistan, and some real bother. 52 for 5.
Shadab Khan comes to the crease. Probably the lowest he's batted all series, was up at number 5 early on. Really known as a finisher in this Pakistan batting lineup. Back in this T20 side. Jimmy Neesham, just innocuous really, isn't it? He just has a split grip in terms of how he grips the ball, and he can just subtly roll his fingers either side of it. Just there, and you can see the seam. Sometimes that'll skid on a little faster, other times it will just hold up. You always feel like sometimes you're in good form and you don't nick them, in your bad form you do nick them. And that's coming from a wicketkeeper.
I couldn't agree more. I think that's absolutely the case. Sometimes you think, how have I possibly missed that? Now other times you're saying to yourself, how have I possibly hit it? It's a little one of those ones when you're in form, things tend to go your way. When you get out of form ever so slightly, the game just goes against you. Momentum goes against you, decisions possibly go against you, but a little feather, it's always the way. Never happens when you're in good nick, always happens when you're slightly out of form.
Yeah, you can play and miss it by a metre, and you think, oh, I've done quite well then to miss that. Oh, it's a very important rebuild here. Pakistan put that 140 on the board. It'll give them a chance here. There'll be enough in the wicket for their bowlers. Just wonder as well, under lights, it'll just continue to skid on. It was quite dewy, wasn't it? When we're out in the middle in between games, it was definitely dewy. So that means that there's just that little sheen of, I guess, moisture on top of the wicket that will allow the ball to skid on.
Yeah, I think New Zealand were definitely hoping that the dew would make an appearance today. The fact of wanting to bowl first so that they get the best of the batting conditions later on.
Right. 54 for 5. Now, just a reminder, if you have bought a lotto ticket tonight, you can watch the live lotto news at 8:20 on TV2. All the best. That's an indication there, Frankie, isn't it? There's no big overs like we've seen from New Zealand. Just that one double number over, and that's what you look at for a side. If you can back those up, 2 or 3 of those in a row, that pushes that 150, 160, 180 score.
5 wickets already lost for Pakistan, and that's been the worry all through the series. Those early wickets lost. It just meant that when you get into the back end of the innings, they just haven't had the resources to be able to use them efficiently and effectively.
Oh, Ish, that's nice.
Just a bit of extra pace on there. He's 94. He's very good at adjusting his pace. Seen him push the ball a little bit wider as well.
And the work from the quicks early, it makes this man's job easier. Ish Sodhi, the ability to come in, bowl at the middle overs, bowl at the middle order.
Nice stuff. Well done.
He's done well to get something on this. Have a look at this, Salman, in terms of his technique. He likes to play the reverse and the traditional. Leg spin, he likes to bring that back leg forward. Off spin, he likes to bring his front leg forward. 2 different ways of doing it. Now, to Ish Sodhi, the leg spin, it's purposely trying to use that pace to get it up and over the offside. Off spin, that front leg forward just allows him to cover that little bit of spin a bit more. So 2 different reverse techniques to 2 different types of bowlers, which is quite unique. Oh, that's a googly extra bit of bounce.
Well, that's got to be good fun. Leg spinner to leg spinner, and has had him absolutely bamboozled by the wrong end. The only person better to bowl that to is when a wicketkeeper doesn't pick you. That's when you know you've absolutely nailed it as a spinner.
Oh, Frankie. Sometimes it just does a little bit more than you expect.
Oh, he's so good.
This time he's given himself a little bit of room. Just going back to that reverse, it's quite interesting because when you learn it as a kid or even in your adult life now, you practice which way is more comfortable for you. So whether it's that front leg going forward because it allows you to create some space, or the one where your back leg comes forward. And I think usually players only find one way that works for them the most. Great shot, gave himself a little bit of space. It's such a tight pocket in there. Very, very timely boundary after a couple of dot balls.
Yeah, he'll feel much better for that. Well, Shadab. Just a little bit over pitch from Ish Sodhi. Gets a good stride into the ball. Allows him to play nice and late under his eyes. Get the maximum power out of that shot. Yeah, I think it's really interesting. One of the different ways of playing the reverse sweep, I think, as well. It makes a lot of sense to stay in the traditional stance, trying to play it against the off spinner, because the ball always turning back in, whereas switching the feet around gives you a dip each way with the leg spinner.
Oi, well Ish.
Again, a little bit of room. 60 for 5. Not as much batting depth as we've seen in this Pakistan side, so it's a big chance here for Salman and Shadab to create a score. It gives a lot of those new bowlers that we've seen in spurts throughout this series an opportunity. No Shaheen Shah Afridi. We saw hit a couple of lusty blows in the last game. Jimmy Neesham to continue both drives up, so will he go a little bit shorter back of a length here?
Yeah, you mentioned those changes made. He won't have the opportunity to have ball in hand for a little while yet, but I am really looking forward to seeing how Mukeem bowls here in New Zealand conditions. Left arm wrist spinner. I think there's a lot to like there. He just looks like a really exciting prospect. Like the way he goes about things, but conditions in New Zealand very different to home. So it'll be interesting to see how he does adapt and if he can find some purchase in this cake tin wicket.
Good bit of work from Mitch Hay. No such thing as a keeper's arm. He's got a little bit of glove on that, I think.
Keeper's arm's the best one on the field, isn't it?
Well, cricket isn't finished yet. We've got another week or so here in the New Zealand Summit. Pakistan will take on New Zealand in the one-day international series. That will be the Chemist Warehouse one. Not forget Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan back into that ODI side. Rizwan to lead that side. So that one-day international side, Champions Trophy finalists, New Zealand back at home. Oh, he's crunched that. Chapman said, I'm not leaving this boundary rope, but it's come so quick. Yeah, and Pakistan obviously bundled out of the Champions Trophy at home. Plenty of changes within that squad as well, which sort of flowed over into this T20 side as well. So it's always nice to bring a little bit more, I guess, old faces back in as well as some new players.
Yeah, and there'll be a couple of new faces for New Zealand too. And as we are in Wellington, they are a couple of the local lads. Nick Kelly, he was in attendance today watching on during the White Ferns game and through the Black Caps. He is in line to make his debut. And Mohammad Abbas, the youngster, just 21 years of age. So an exciting time for them. Exciting opportunity for New Zealand to show what they've got in one-day international cricket. And of course, there's a little while until next one-day international World Cup for the men. So good opportunity to blood some new players, see how they want to play their cricket over the next few years and try and best set themselves up for that World Cup.
No boundaries or so yet. Gave himself a bit of room. This will be an incredible catch if Mitch Hay can get there. Not quite. It just kept following away from him. Just that extra bit of skid out of the wicket. Did really well to get that close.
Well, he's been a busy man today, Mitch Hay. I thought he might have been in the action once again. Again, it's that shorter ball with the slight roll of the fingers across it from Neesham. Covers a lot of ground as Mitch Hay just can't quite get there. And you see with the dive and the slide, there's definitely dew on the top of the surface. And use that to your best advantage.
Do you know what the worst thing is here, Frankie? The face of those gloves went straight across the wetness in the grass, and it will be feeling so wet on the gloves. Mitch Hay trying to dry it out as much as he can, and sometimes keepers push their hands on their pads, but that's also what is wet as well. Third up, all the leg side back. He goes offside. That one fielder out there, big job, use of the dew. Not enough use of the dew. 68 for 5. Just not the big overs that Pakistan would have liked. Haven't really had a big set early on. 4 wickets in the first 8 overs. Makes it hard to sort of build any sort of partnership or any platform to get going at the moment. Both players just striking over 100. Ben Sears back into the attack. Similar field with his drives up. Expect him to go more into the wicket and slower deliveries potentially as well. Fuller on this occasion. I'm intrigued, Frankie. You look at this Pakistan T20 side, the T20 World Cup for the men in next year, and they'll be based in Sri Lanka for that period of it. What conversations or what would be Pakistan looking at when they leave this tour in terms of that side? Continue with the selection of this younger group?
Yeah, well, that's where it's actually really hard because the conditions they've faced here are so different to home. So you're expecting some young players, some new players to come into very foreign conditions and try and find success. And then it doesn't actually have that much relevance to, again, the conditions in Sri Lanka and how it's going to play over there. So it'll be really interesting as to how they look at it. I think any team in the world, if you're in a position that you can be leaving out the likes of Mohammad Rizwan, Babar Azam, you'd say your cricket's in a really strong place. So for mine, I think that those two naturally will come back in. Maybe this has just been a little bit of a prod to maybe get them to slightly change the way that they play the T20 game. but I would like to see them persist with a lot of these players. I think if you're putting players in this position, you want to give them a little bit of time. Time in the driver's seat, time at international level. And if you're seeing some things from players that you like what you see, then you have to invest. You've got to put the time into them and try and build towards that World Cup. But there might be a little rethink. They've been criticised about being a little bit slow up top early and over the last few seasons. They've probably tried to flip it a little much.
Well, the other factor is you got Saim Ayub that has been out injured. Fakazamanu was out in that Champions Trophy, so there is some experience to come back, and the players that they have invested in terms of leading into this as well. Obviously Simon, the new captain in this side, so yeah, I guess we'll see what happens in terms of the old hands and whether they want to move away in terms of that. And you feel like they've still got plenty to come. I think Rizwan scored 100 in one of his local competitions a few weeks ago in the T20 format. So for New Zealand, they're still building that depth, and there's plenty of players to come back as well. So one team that's rebuilding, one team that's now got that competition for spots.
And you always want a bit of a mix. I think those are the teams around the world that are at their best, at their most successful, as you have players that have been there, done that, got the T-shirt probably 5 times over, that have got that experience, that have won games, have got a good record. And then you've got a little bit of youth, a little bit of almost naivety, freedom with how they play the game.
Oh, well bowled. Great over from Ben Sears, just 3 runs off it. 6 overs to go, 71 for 5. Sight that is. Just the 5 bowlers used from New Zealand. No Bracewell yet in terms of with the ball. B. O'Rourke, that'll bowl his last over. He has been outstanding. So challenging to play. What I've loved about it tonight, he's had that beautiful in-swing, but he's just have enough subtlety for it to go away from the batter as well. Gave himself some room. Another one that's gone up and over Mitch Hayes' head. I'll push back for a couple on the Ish Sodhi. Throw from the boundary. Sort of go at the moment. Is this go time? Because there's 6 overs to go, a score of 120 is not going to do the job. Do you just try and go as hard as you possibly can? If you lose wickets, then so be it. But what's the winning score from Pakistan's perspective? That's the conversations that both players will be having at the moment.
Well, it's not 103 at their current rate. That's one thing for sure. And I think they just have to be eyeing up, especially the short boundaries. They haven't had a lot of deliveries pitched up from New Zealand, and that is the longer part of the ground. That's where there is a little bit of protection. They'd be very happy, New Zealand, with the way the pitch is played, to bang the ball in, to go back of a length, to go short of a length. And it has now got to that stage where, yes, they're 5 down, but there's only 34 balls left in the innings, and so you just have to be clear around how you want to attack it. And if you want to take on the short boundary, then it's square, and you have to be looking square to do it. So there's a little bit of risk that comes with that. We've seen a lot of top edges. We've seen that's how wickets have fallen. Nick through to Mitch Hay with the gloves on, but you just feel if you're wanting to try and really get going, it's the short boundaries, and the short boundaries are square. You've got to try and pepper those.
You almost wonder, can they lay it back to actually go over that backward point area, just to actually use that extra bit of pace while it's uncomfortable because the ball's coming back. Another option. He's done just that. There it is. Great shot. Gave himself the room, used that extra bounce, and just walloped it over that point field into the stands.
Right on cue, Katie Martin. A should be listening to you more often. It is banged in, and he's able to stay leg side of the ball. Bounce only getting up around that waist high, and he's just able to flay that over the offside, over that backward point area that you talk about. Use the pace, use the bounce, fast hands. And it has comfortably gone for 6. And now does this pose a little bit of a rethink for Will O'Rourke here?
Yeah, this time he's gone inside the line. Just see the timing not quite there. Not quite there when the ball is when the players have looked to pull the delivery. We've seen a number of dismissals that over points come from a player that's faced a lot of deliveries that are short, and as a short player sometimes it's easier just to get out of the way and use that extra bit of pace. Well, just for those that don't know, the circles here are actually a football field. Wellington Phoenix play here. You almost see that as an AFL field in Australia. Unique. Again, followed him on this occasion. It'll be a wide.
Yeah, it's all about finding your method, isn't it? And so it can feel really uncomfortable with the ball climbing through. And it sometimes feels as though they've tried to fight the bounce. They've tried to be hitting a little bit more in front of square. They've tried to be, at times, keep the ball down. But with how short it is square, it's actually, that's your perfect way to do it. If you're getting width outside the off stump, use it. Fast hands, get them through the ball, pick up the short gaps.
Enough over. 16 runs off that. Pakistan's best over so far. It's foot down for them. 87 for 5.
Well, that one big over, there it is, Pakistan flicking the switch on the 15th over. An over of 16. There's been nothing even close to that. Over 7, but it's just been a little bit of 6s and a couple of wickets, which is why they've struggled. He's Sodhi back.
Oh!
And so is Mark Richardson. Your left arm orthos were unbelievable today, Rick. I don't know what the problem is with some of the bowling out there. Not as consistent as yours. Consistency also gets hit, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're right. You got to change it up in this game. Salman and Shadab doing a pretty good job here. Salman's been good, I think, all series. I mean, he's shown he's quite equipped to be able to play in these conditions. Shadab's been to New Zealand a few times before. They've got a good seam bowling department, Pakistan. They just need something that they can defend. Try to bowl New Zealand out. Flat batted straight down the ground with power and for 4.
Yeah, nice, the death overs. That's what they're thinking to themselves, a partnership of 40 off 31 balls. They're both in. They're both over 20. Maybe the two batters that have just got a little bit accustomed to this surface now and feel a little bit more at home. The score that they might want to look at, gee, I mean, you know, if they could get close to 140, maybe it would give them a glimmering hope. This New Zealand team has been dominant in the series, though.
Oh! Go back, give himself some room. He smashed it to the point boundary. That was hit like a rocket.
Well, he's the most experienced player in the team, is Shadab Khan. Over 100 games and T20 internationals. Wide. Just got length to work with as well. Rocks back into that crease. Gee, that's off middle and off. Great shot.
raced along the outer. Nicely bowled from Saudi. Saw him going to the leg side there and kept it nice and tight. Under a bit of pressure though. One ball to go in the over. 10 from it. In this situation, you close this out. If you so to go for one, it's okay. On the charge, over cover, and there it goes. 1 bounce, 2 bounce for 4. It was more backward point, but it was still good. 16 gone, 101 for 5.
Well, it wouldn't be a bit of cricket without some fun in the stands, and we've got Raj here. Raj, how much do you love the game of cricket, mate?
I just love cricket, mate. I've been here to so many T20 games. I wouldn't miss for anything.
You bring the energy, and that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Absolutely, and go Black Caps the way they are playing, I think it's just amazing, fantastic, out of this world.
All right, well, let's bring the energy then.
Reminded me a lot about you, Rick, when you walk into the commentary box. You bring about as much enthusiasm as our mate Raj. It's like looking at a mirror.
Oh, he's Jimmy Neesham.
You're right about Salman, though, in this series. He has had to be that fullback guy that is captain to try and resurrect the innings. He's actually done it quite well. Now finds a partner in Shadab.
Oh! How about that? One way to bring up a 50 partnership as well. It's Jimmy Neesham who's brought it up, not the batters. Well, it might be one shy at the moment.
Well, Shadab's actually saying that he thinks this is off the pitch. He thinks it's gone straight off the pitch, which would mean that it's a no ball free hit. That was wayward from Neesham. We're directly behind the wicket here in the commentary box, and I haven't seen anything like that since Steve Harmison. 50 partnership of 34 balls.
Oh, little edge. Little edge. He's filthy. Oh, he's filthy with him up there. He thinks that should have been a free hit. He is not happy at all here, Shadab. He may have a point as well. May have lost a bit of match feet as well.
Well, it must have been just a little feather, and it was. It's hardly anyone. Mitch knew straight away. It was only the keeper and Neesham that thought it was. And, well, it was a good innings from Shadab. Unfortunately, not long enough. He goes for 28, 106 for 6.
Shadab Khan with figures that suggest he'll need a better than average performance here over the last 4 overs. Oh, that was very good from Neesham. This could have been out. Got across smartly and got it in.
Gee, unleash the niche. This has been an exciting over. That would have been phenomenal work from Neesham.
Did he have a chance to maybe gather? Here's the wicket. Healthy little edge, just a regulation nick. But the ball an issue is the one before that. Was it a no ball? Was it a wide? And that's why he's angry, because that should have been a free hit if it had have been a no ball, and he feels at least they should have reviewed it.
Can you go upstairs for a delivery? I would have thought you could. This is the delivery Mark Richardson's talking about, and
it's
that's
off the pitch.
That is. It's absolutely off the pitch. We called it right, Rick. We're right behind the wicket here, and we both thought it was off the pitch. Shadab thought it was off the pitch, and absolutely it was. Well, that is tough. That is a tough way to get dismissed.
Now, that's a horrible way to get dismissed. That is as soft as you get. And that one ball and the repercussions of that one ball has now stymied what was a little recovery from Pakistan, and it's, well, I feel for them here.
Well, it's Neesham's third wicket now. It's turning into a great over match. Ending over in a way where Pakistan were looking good, and these 2 wickets have really put the brakes on them now. Shadab Khan, very short-lived innings, goes for 1. 108 for 7.
Harris Rolfe, he's handy enough with the bat. He's got a few overs to bat here, though. Neesham's got 3. Nearly 4. You know what? If I know you meant to, it's the game of cricket, gentleman's game, and you mean to just a piece of mistiming there, just lobbed it up, but. You know, I think if Shadab loses, you know, gets fined for the send, I'm tempted to start to give a little page.
It's a great idea, Rick. I'm looking forward to you give a little page. 108 for 7.
Can I stay in the ring here?
Sears gets taken on the onside, high in the air, and into the boundary. Good shot. Probably one of the easier ones to play this evening.
Yeah, I think there's been 2 fruitful shots for the Pakistan players. It's been through that backward point region, and this one, the shimmy outside off stump, and then just help the ball on its way to a backward sort of square. It was the off cutter from Ben Sears at just 114 k's an hour.
Salman's decided to take this on. There's still 3 overs. He's got the tail in with him, but he knows he needs more. Whoa, what a shot. What a shot. This bloke can play. This guy can really play.
Well, this is Pakistan at its best. 2 wickets in the last over, and back-to-back 4s now. Outside leg stump, and he manages to open the face of his English willow and slice it at pace over extra cover.
He saw him going. He was trying to get it full and underneath the feet. He only just missed there, Sears. A little bit of a chat with the skipper there at mid-off. They're going to bring third man up, drop fine leg back. So in tight, probably bowling at leg stump here. Yeah, well bowled, no run.
That's really well executed, and there's a number of ways that you can do that because all 4 players are out on the leg side. There's your boundary riders, so you know that that's where he wants to get hit. You can either follow the batter outside that off or the leg side, follow his feet, which is what Sears did there. It was perfectly executed, or try and hug the wide line on the offside because you know he's going to give himself a bit of room.
I like this from Salman, just taking his time, readjusted the grip on the handle there. Nice, cool, calm head, 2 dots, so tick, tick, that'll build. Now he knows he needs to find a boundary somewhere here. Harris Ralph's just going to wander down and give the skipper some advice.
Love that. When your number 9 gives you some advice, he's just come in there, faced 2 balls. What do you think he said?
Just get me on strike, Skip. Could be 2. Oh, he slipped over. Yeah, he wants the strike, all right. Harris Ralph, he slipped over, so he stays there. No chance of 2.
The old intentional slip over. I'm going to show you how it's done. Oh, that was a smashing shot. Bit of Wimbledon there, and Harris Ralph has probably got the rubbers on. Didn't think he'd be out there tonight. He's a character, Harris Ralph. What a great man.
Right, he's got 1 ball to face. Big swing and a big miss. Dot to finish. 2 to go. 117 for 7.
You know, Kyle Mills and I were coaching. Yeah, no, I was just telling the story to
Gosh, it just looks like a picture. I really do like this stadium. It creates atmosphere. Loves that shot. Boy, he loves that shot, doesn't he? Why not? Because he plays it so well, Salman, and that'll bring up 50 as 2. 51 from 37 deliveries and under pressure in difficult conditions.
Gee, loves that shot. He's really proficient in the offside, opens the blade. He's got the ability to just pierce the gaps on the offside, waits for the delivery and hits it with power. His second T20 50 in just 10 innings.
It's asking for trouble. Oh, put down, what a stop. It's saved 4, that's what it did. That says there an athletic effort from the big quick, that cover.
Well, this is the modern game. You big quick in at cover. You don't normally see that. Sears stretched far to his left, but just couldn't hold on to it. It was a good effort. It was hit hard.
Well, it was smashed, wasn't it? Neesham, couple of half volleys though. This one's more like length. He's got that square. He's going to get out. He's out. He's out. Oh, that's a shame. It was there to hit. He just couldn't get the power on it and scoot off out towards point. Chapman had it.
Well, Jimmy Neesham's got 4. He picks up his 4th wicket. And he's still got 3 balls to go, looking for the fifer. Back of a length. Good bounce on this wicket. Someone tries to go over that offside. Gets up and under this time. Beautifully held by Mark Chapman. The skipper, Salman Aliaga, goes for 51. It's 1-2-1 for 8.
Right, two tail enders and now with quite a few balls. There's an appeal from someone out there. Oh, I don't know who it was. I don't know what that means. Buys.
I think it was Daryl Mitchell from cover. He was the only one appealing. And when that normally happens, everyone just thinks that he's crazy. It may well have been a nick, who knows?
Well, it was a buy. There's a tail end in there. Jimmy Neesham's got 2 balls to try to pick up a T25 for here. Right off the queue end. B1. 1 ball for 5 for. What do you do?
Well, so far his T20 international best career figures. I think you just float it up. You just throw the marshmallow ball. 6 are out, Rigger.
So catching the outer, top edge. You don't go to knock the stumps over.
No, you just, it's your number 10 batter. You could go pole hunting, or he's pushed cow corner around. It's probably a slower ball, the marshmallow ball.
Straight up, someone catch it! Someone catch it for Jimmy! Come on, yes! It's the skipper too, 5 for Jimmy Neesham.
Well, Jimmy Neesham really chuffed with himself. So he should be 5 for 22 of 4 overs. Regulation delivery. Sufyan just puts it straight up in the air and to the big mitts of the beast. He's never going to drop them. Not with those bucket hands. Sufyan has to go for 0. It's 1, 2, 3 for 9.
Number 11 comes in, Muhammad Ali. 6 balls to going. 6 legitimate balls to go in this innings. Duffy. Not hit particularly well. It's half a chance out there. It falls into open spaces.
We had a great angle on that one. Daryl Mitchell was never going to get there. But gave it a good go anyway. Harris Ralph trying to provide the last few punches with Muhammad Ali out there.
Well, he wasn't far off getting that. It was just a little high on the bat. Now that's going to force, I think that is his hitting area, so New Zealand are going to push Mitchell out there, and third man is going to, no, fine leg is going to come up. So probably encouraging a fuller delivery. Oh, it's a bit short. Gets away with it. Big swing from Ralph.
I was trying to tell you, Greg, earlier about Carl Mills and I going over to Sydney to coach the Lahore Kalunda development team, and Harris Ralph was going out to the nets with Millsy. And it was the first time he'd put the pads on to face a hard ball, because he came from tape ball. And he said to him, yeah, it's really heavy bowling with the ball as well, because he'd hardly done it. But he got out there, put the helmet on, and he did all right. Just see ball, hit ball.
Well, the hard ball just hit him in the elbow then too. That's good bowling. It's really good bowling to tail enders, changing it up. It's changed it up a lot. He's gone for 140, right back to 109, out the back of the hand. He's got nowhere near it.
What's absolutely phenomenal about that delivery, Rig, is the fact that he gets it seam up, so it's so well disguised. It's actually disguised in a way of his outswinger. That seam is in the exact same position. Gee, he's improved a lot, Duffy.
Oh, that was quick. You can see Mitch Hay response there. it's a good play. I think you risk it to tail end as this going anywhere, but you can get them past. They can just swing wildly and just miss out. You see here, you got 2 ... Dots are criminal at this point. You've got to get something on it. Another 5. You never know. You could win by 2 runs, and it could be the difference between getting a single in the final over. Another slower ball. No idea. It was like a baseball swing in the end.
It's a heck of an over from Duffy. 141 Ks, 140, then down to 109, then back up to 136 and short. And that one there, 106. Mixing it up, keeping the tail enders guessing so they can't just get into any sort of rhythm.
Right, final ball of the innings. It's been a good final over from Duffy. Been a good return for him tonight. Straight up, he might pick up another wicket. This is not easy. This is not easy. When they go this high, and I told you it wasn't easy. Because it's been shelled. It was up there for an eternity. Well, it's not a wicket, but it's the end. It's a bonus run for Pakistan. Disappointment for Duffy, but he's been very good. 2 for 18 from his 4. Hard to get away. It was very, very nearly 3.
Oh, he probably deserved that in the last over. O'Rourke underneath it, steadied himself, and at the last minute realised he wasn't underneath it, had to dive forward. So the tail enders leave the pitch thinking, what are we doing out here? The batters should be out here. Someone should have left this ground with 80 not out.
Right, here we go. Oh, nasty. That was very nearly. It was nearly very caught at short, fine leg.
Oh, this is red. Just that step forward, really, just the fend away. No one wants it in the ribcage. One of the most uncomfortable positions is in that ribcage under the armpit. Just not sure if he's got his footing here, Rick.
Oh, it was a shock, wasn't it? For Seifert, he was shocked after that. They were looking at the pitch as if it's jumped from the pitch. I think it's just some good bounce.
Well, he's been used to facing Shaheen Shafredi bowling as full as he can, swinging into the stumps. That is a different prospect. That one just pitching in leg, hitting just under the rib cage. Well, if he felt comfortable in the series, Tim Seifert, he doesn't now.
That's his response. He'll be pretty pumped. He'll take it on.
Oh, he squeezed him up here. Oh, that could have been uncomfortable. He tried to give himself some room. It's a no ball, though. He's put that chalk down, so, well, the sawdust down, so he's not quite sure exactly where that is. And I don't know if they're 100% sure of the line as well. Sean Haig just put his fingers across to try and indicate where that line was.
Well, I don't know if the first one was behind it as well. It was touch and go, that one. Because I think you can slide now, can't you? You can land behind and then slide over, and that's okay. So a free hit for Seifert. Misses out. A little bit of swing there, and he's annoyed with himself too.
When a guy's so strong at swinging, a key part of as a bowler is to try and tuck him in as much as he can. Yeah, just anything that sort of that hip height, sort of midriff height is probably the hardest for players to actually pick up. That extra bit of shape as well that continued to follow him. He's the type of guy that will load his front leg up and then he'll clear his front leg to try and create any sort of power. And Pakistan and Jahanad is especially seen here. Okay, if we can swing it in from the stumps, it's actually just trying to build dot balls, reducing the swing and creating a pressure that way.
Well, he gave it the old heave-ho, didn't he? That was the technique in that last one. A little bit of swing. looking out towards mid-wicket. I think he'll have a go at this too. Oh, no, he tries for something different. That's wide.
He's a good prospect, Jahanad, isn't he? Just 21 years old. Got some good pace. That shape as well, I think that's the key part. His length is a little bit shorter traditionally than Shaheen Shah Afridi. He will have that slower delivery, doesn't mind bowling early on, but I think we'll just see on pace, swing as much as he can.
Well, he is getting some swing and good pace. Nicely bowled, well played. That is a shot and a half. It was an adjustment. He realised it was a good ball, and he came down on it and drove it straight back past the bowler. Oh, that's good.
He almost got himself out the way here, Tim Seifert, to allow himself to swing the bat through. Yeah, legs were all going to the leg side, but the key part there is he just held in it. Oh, that is a good shot.
There is so much batsmanship in that. I know the old guard just think that T20 is a bunch of slogging, tee it up, T-ball. There is so much skill in what Seifert just did. A bit of skill in that too. It was the wrong line and length. And he just helps it into the stand.
Yeah, the fullness of this delivery just allowed him to be able to use the line that was angling down into leg side. A couple of deliveries that are a little bit fuller here from Jahanad, and they've done the treatment. Length where he just pulled it back slightly was the one that Tim Seifert had been struggling to get.
Yeah. If he's going to swing it in and bowl length over the top of the leg stump, he's risking that. Once Seifert gets a feel and gets his timing right, it's too easy for a player like him to do that. He needs to get that maybe a little bit further towards middle and off. That one goes across. It's a clever piece of bowling. That was the outswinger.
You can angle the ball away as well. He looks like he's loving his cricket at the moment, Tim Seifert, doesn't he? Clear in his role in terms of just absolutely going for it, getting New Zealand off to a flyer. Once again, they're in double digits off their first over. Just a wee wry smile.
It's a long over. It's just got longer. It's got a lot longer for Jahanad. It really has. It's a big over for New Zealand, 18 from the first.
Okay, so 6 and shout. The second one we've seen in this over. Just that angle across, gave himself some room, stayed in the shot, and flat batted that all the way over covers. Boy, that is flying off the face.
Muhammad Ali, just early in his career, T20 career, figures he will desperately want to improve upon. Finn Allen's been stood at the non-strikers, just enjoying the first over. He wants in on the action. He shoveled and muscled that one over wide mid on.
don't think he got this whatsoever, Finn Allen. Short into the wicket from Ali. The toe of the bat, really, it just felt like it sat on the bat a lot longer than he would have expected there, but he's just got that power to be able to get that to the boundary.
Right, these two, you can see that the Pakistan players want to bang it in, that they want to get that lift, they want to get that movement. It was an area that the New Zealand bowlers were effective against the Pakistan top order, but they've got to realise that these New Zealand batters are quite comfortable with that shorter length. They've got a couple of options. They can get it through the onside, they can also slash away through the offside, and they're used to the higher bounce. That's a better length. I just think they need to do that, but more traditional. Try to get an outside edge, bowl into an awkward area. So if the New Zealanders if someone takes this on and they have their day, then okay, you got to then look to adjust your length. But there's plan A. You're bowling, you've got to knock New Zealand over. You've got to get wickets.
You always talk about you want the player, if they can hit your best ball for a boundary, then so be it. You accept that. And you just go over and over again until you feel like you have to be ahead of that batter. You know that or anticipate they're going to do something. Can you go there again and say, okay, I'm going to force Finn Allen to do something different? Force him to hit his best ball.
That's good. That's good. Now, does he have the courage to bowl it there again? Because he knows that Finn Allen will probably have a crack at it.
Traditionally in T20 cricket, if you've got a couple of dot balls, something happens on that third delivery, whether it's an attacking shot or whether it's a wicket opportunity. There's always something, because as a batter you go, okay, I've got 2 dot balls, I'm in the power play. Last thing as a batter you get satisfied is 2 dots and then a 1.
But there's a real concern, isn't there? Well, if I bowl the same ball, then I'm readable and they'll climb into me. But I think there's enough, there's something in this wicket for you. That'll provide the variation, maybe the chance. An outside edge, a top edge. Now charge and over the top, bad luck. Real bad luck. It was unconvincing, he gets away with it.
Spot on, Rig. This was the top edge. He made a change, Finn Allen, after those 2 dot balls. Muhammad Ali, he just held his nerve and he said, I'm going to bowl the same delivery. Just not the luck he would have liked there. But force Finn Allen to do something different to his best delivery.
Yeah, you just feel like, you know, if Pakistan, they would have got a fine edge on that one. Through to the keeper. Finn Allen gets a thick edge and away it goes. No chance for third man, who is pretty fine, by the way. Lovely stuff. Kept his nerve, kept it in the same place. It's good.
He's just getting enough shape, isn't he, Ali, here? Finn Allen just fiddling away at that one, feet going nowhere. But just enough. Watch this move. Yeah, just enough. Well, there's days where you nick it and there's days where you don't. For Pakistan at the moment, they're not finding the edge of the New Zealanders' bat. But plenty off their own. Always happens, doesn't it?
It's a big edge too, by the looks of it. The size of that thing. Surely you can't miss that. Oh, wow. Wow. How quick was he on his feet there? How quick on his feet. That's pure athleticism. Let's look at the swivel. 32 without loss.
No, this is a cricket shot. He's got some of the fastest hands going around Finn Allen. Just slightly got in, crouched his stance there to be able to get underneath that, use the pace. Oh boy, he's just picked that up, rolled his hands over the ball. More old school in the way that he's played that pull shot.
Paris Ralph. Fastest of the Pakistan bowlers. Yeah, it was all quick hand speed, wasn't it, by Finn Allen there.
just looking at the way that Tim Seifert and, well, Nawaz as well, there's something that's similar to them. That front foot, they load up. So a lot of their power gets loaded on that back hip to allow them to open up and explode on the ball. They'll clear their front leg. We've seen a lot from Tim Seifert, Nawaz in Auckland. Then they just uncoil, and that's the way that they create power. This is sort of the new age way. Nawaz a little bit more inconsistent, whereas Tim Seifert has been. But it's something that Seifert is very much that hands high, being able to load up and uncoil and just use the extra pace of the delivery as well. It takes technique necessarily out of it and just allows them to be able to create that power. That's why we've seen so many incredible shots over the offside as well. Key for him is he still holds his shape into the ball as well, whereas Nawaz has just lost it a little bit more.
Pushing it, direct hit could be close. No, he was comfortably home. Oh, I think it's just a different. The New Zealanders are a bit more comfortable with the ball arriving with a bit of bounce. Pakistan bowlers are a little bit different from the New Zealand bowlers. They're more skiddy. The New Zealand bowlers bowl with bounce, and so yeah, same technique, but maybe a bit more conviction from one player than the other on average.
I think that's been the biggest shift in modern day batting for me, is the fact that people have just got their hands up more and they just rely on that downswing to be able to just get that timing.
Seifert gets it away, just helps it. Bad line, and on that length as well. It was quick, all right, but that just helped Seifert.
Haris Rauf just missing, just known to just angle that ball back in, again, just into that hip area. It looks awkward, but all you got to do is get a bat on it because it is 144 k an hour.
Just looking out, actually, from our vantage point here, and the body language of the Pakistan players in the field is not great at the moment. Heads are down. It's been a tough T20 series for them. And there's the bottom hand. That's that bottom hand from Seifert. So powerful there. 6 more.
Best shot of the game so far. Van Allen loves it. Why wouldn't he? Standing work. Just full it, looking to angle back in, clears that front leg. You can just see Parry's been able to get through. And Haris Rauf is actually Pakistan's best bowler in the power play. Goes for under 7s, but at the moment he's getting pumped as well.
New Zealanders are loving it. They're just having fun. Oh, that's a reply. Good on you. Wow, that was sharp. There's a bit of anger in that.
Oh, watch how far Haris Rauf has followed through here. Oh, Tim Seifert put on his buttocks. Haris Rauf, he just kept going. Keep going. A wee wink and said, I'll see you in Pakistan next week, son.
Oh, that was a beauty, wasn't it? That made Seifert think. Now, what's his reply? Mid-wicket's gone back. He's unlikely to be frightened or surprised by the short one here. That first one caught him by surprise, certainly did. Goes for the Yorker. Seifert's in pretty good position. 3 gone, 45 without loss. Quite know what's going on out there right now. Just players standing in small groups with no intention of playing at the moment. Just some running returns, running running repairs.
Well, that shows how valuable wicket keepers are in the game, Rigger. You can't start without them, which you'd be surprised about. Tim Seifert, he's going to come up against Harris Shroff in the PSL, be playing for Karachi. It's a tale of two tapes, 44 without loss after 3 overs. It's been, New Zealand have dominated the power play against Pakistan. Pakistan have used their pace bowlers, they've used their spinners, and they just haven't had an answer to this New Zealand opening batting lineup, which presents headaches for selectors moving forward for New Zealand, who will open the batting in this T20 side long term.
There's the partnership between the two of them. 45 currently stands at in no time at all. Just 3 overs. Just once they get a feel for it, these two, they just seem unstoppable. You've got to get them out. I feel like you need a bit of luck to get them out. Right, back in action. Seifert on strike. Muhammad Ali with the ball. He was unlucky in the last over, bowled some really good deliveries. Like that. It's so good. Why won't they nick it though?
Well, Pakistan have taken their slip out because of the position that they're in, but at this stage, with only needing 4.99 runs and over, you almost go put a slip in, keep that slip in place. He's bowling some absolute beaut deliveries with enough angle, with enough seam and swing away as well, that you have to bowl New Zealand out. And with the way he's bowling, slip seems to be an obvious position at the moment.
That last ball, 139k, so pretty much 140k. That's quick, and it's effortless pace, isn't it, from Muhammad Ali? Edgy and fine again. Oh, come on! Come on! What happened there? They just watched it go past.
Oh, he looked like he ran in. And it just maybe skimmed away a little bit. Oh, he is a mile off that boundary rope, and straight away he is being swapped out. That reaction says it all. Oh, he's been moved to fine leg. First game of the series from Mukeem.
Seifert in front of square. This should be cut off. As it's getting greasy out there too on the outer. That's 50 up for New Zealand. 50-run partnership with these two. Devastating opening pair if they're both going.
Incredible thing we've seen all the way throughout this series is Finn Allen has hardly faced a ball in the power play. I think he faced 6 in the first game and 6 in the last game, and now at the moment 3 and a bit overs in, he's faced 7 deliveries.
Still striking at 214.
He's at 214 and the other guy's at 220 at the moment, strike rate.
No, this won't be caught. In fact, we'll probably go for 4. It wasn't brilliantly hit. Nothing going for Pakistan right now.
One thing that was seen in this over so far, all deliveries are being placed on high 130s. Finn Allen can just step forward and use that extra bit of pace. Whether there's that change up in terms of the pace, so okay, if it maybe sits in the wicket a little bit more, it might not swing, but if it sits in the wicket, potentially that's an opportunity for a sky delivery. Just something slightly different.
Pace on again, same result, same shot. This one's slightly better timed. Went a bit further. This was too full though. This is more like a half volley.
Yeah, too full. Just slightly opening up there, Finn Allen, so didn't get as much power as he would have liked. Still goes a long way
tell you what, those burners that ignite when there's a boundary hit, they're going to run out of gas soon. .44. What's he got? Slow ball. There you go, Katie Martin. Bang on. Well bowled by you and Muhammad Ali. 58 without loss. Someone lit a rocket underneath that worm. Harris Ralph again, charging into Seifert. Clever from Seifert, using the pace. They can't stop New Zealand here. They don't seem to have an answer. Once again, it's an onslaught.
Oh, they're killing the game in the power play here, New Zealand. Why not? Again, the extra pace of Harris Ralph. Slow ball this time, but just skids on. Not enough up and down pace. Great areas to get there from Tim Seifert. Well, here's a stat for you. In all of the last 8 T20 internationals versus Pakistan, New Zealand have scored over 50 in the power play. 79 the best, which is the last game. So, just struggles for Pakistan in the power play against this New Zealand side. It's a fixture that happens quite a lot.
Well, they just couldn't get bat on ball. It's going through the keeper. A lot of plays and misses. These two have played and missed a bit, but they've been fine in the middle of the bat, all right, enough. Slow ball again, and Seifert can't time it.
Yeah, Pakistan 22 for 1, so New Zealand had 3 times the score.
He's swinging so hard, he's putting his back out.
That's what it's all about. Young faces at the game. No doubt he'll be playing cricket in the weekend. We love that.
Nicely bowled, and I'm just wondering whether Seifert's got a bit of an issue here. Perhaps with his back, he's been doing a lot of stretching.
Seen a definite plan to take the pace off the delivery, just into the wicket, just sitting a little bit more.
No pace off that, and that was sharp again. And Seifert all of a sudden looks a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, 1 for the over, just above shoulder height, so he's not allowed to bowl that area again. So for Tim Seifert, you'll expect it has to be obviously fuller than that. I think mixing up that variety between the slower deliveries of bounce net, not to be predictable, because I think the predictable nature of how they've bowled at the moment has meant that New Zealand have been able to react and get on top of them. Yeah, a couple of deliveries past the bat, but very much a difference in both opening pairs in terms of going past the bat. New Zealand not so much, Pakistan quite a bit.
Pitch is single. Yeah, he's bowled quite a few slower balls in this over. Probably out of the 5 deliveries, I'd say 3 of them he's run his fingers over, and it's definitely had an impact. I can understand why they're charging in, trying to hit that length. This pitch had some swing, the pitch had some life. Just wasn't going their way. Perhaps they needed to adjust a lot sooner. 1 ball to go on the over. Different player on strike now. Finn Allen. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, I can understand it. He's heartbroken with that one. He really is. It's just not going Pakistan's way. 67 without loss.
All right, we've found a motley crew here in the stands. Fellas, where are you from? You having fun?
Upper Hutt, we go to Hibs.
Go to Hibs, all right. What are you here to see tonight, mate?
Some big booms.
Sorry, what? Some what?
Some big booms.
Is that B-O-O-M?
Quadruple O.
Okay, just to be clear, there's an M in that. So should we practice our catching?
100%.
All right, here we go. For Seifert! Got him! He's got him! It's a great wicket!
Well, the crowd is being entertained at least, and the only people who aren't enjoying the carnage are the men in green. And this is proving to be yet another tough night for Pakistan here. And simply put, they cannot buy a trick. And now they're going to concede 6 more. Seifert is in a mood and is having a series to remember. The power hitting, the timing, quick hands. He's so quickly onto anything in the slot. I mean, that's not even an entirely bad ball. He just stands and whacks.
Oh, and what a reaction to it too. I think he enjoyed that one almost as much as we did. He's putting on a show here, is Tim Seifert.
Once again, and we've seen this pattern throughout for the New Zealanders, Seifert facing the majority of the balls, Finn Allen sitting back. 21 balls Seifert's faced, 11 for Finn Allen. This is a partnership that I think works for both players. Oh my goodness. That has been flat bat swatted into the wall, and Seifert is just unstoppable at the moment.
Yeah, the carnage just continues. It's rocks back. It's that little front foot press, getting the weight into the shot, and then just rocks back, hands through the ball. Almost goes all the way for 6.
I mean, the issue, and look, you cannot hide from this fact. Pakistan have now been here for 5.5 games of T20 cricket, barring the Eden Park situation, and there is so much mitigation for that result. They have not come to terms with the bounce of the pitch from a batting point of view. They have not learned how to bowl on these pitches from a bowling point of view. It has been a potpourri of mediocrity. Oh, please. Please. Tim Seifert has got an appointment, because that's 50 out.
And comes up off just the 23 deliveries. 5 4s, 5 6s. His 10th T20 international 50. Highest score of the series for him too. He's just been in the runs all game, but
40 plus, 40 plus, 40 plus. Finally breaks the 50 mark in this series. And it's not just that 50, I mean, it's a contribution every game. Oh, that is gone as well. No, not quite. That's a good bit of work on the boundary. McKean putting an effort.
look, the batting this over has been of the highest calibre. It's taken a great piece of fielding out in the deep to keep this one to 2. Abdul Samad out in the deep. But the way he's gone about this over, at first it was the 2 fielders out on the leg side. He was able to pick up 6. Then it went 1 on the leg side, 1 on the offside as the boundary fielders went leg side. Then had to go back to the 2 out leg side. Offside came up, goes 6 over point. Just toying with them at this stage, Tim Seifert.
It's high. Has he got enough? Yes, he has. That's the 3rd 6 of the over. He's smacked 24 runs from it, and there's still a ball to come.
New record power play score as well for New Zealand. It was 86 for 2 against the West Indies at Bay Oval back in 2018. Now it's 91 without loss. Still a ball to come.
I'd forgotten we're in the power play still. I had literally forgotten we're only 5.5 overs in. This is ridiculous batting. Oh dear. Hasn't got enough of that, but it lands safely. And he retains the strike, and poor Finn Allen is wondering when he's going to get a turn here. 92 without loss. I don't mean to sound like Charles Dickens, but that is a tale of two cities right there. Pakistan at the same time, Frankie, 27 for 3. 27 for 3 Pakistan. New Zealand 92 without loss.
Yeah, which is the new highest power play in New Zealand as well, going past 91 for none by Australia. Also 2018. Showing just how well they are striking the ball. That is incredible. Just the one over of those 6 not going for double digits, and that went for 9. Absolutely flying. And earlier in the day I said that I was really looking forward to seeing this young man bowl, Sufyan Mukim. Great start to his T20 international career, but he doesn't exactly have a lot to bowl to now. Just 37 required.
Geez, he'll be hoping he can match that best. 5 for 3, that's some handy figures. Seifert takes a single off the first ball, he's 64.
Something you don't see a lot of, the left arm wrist spinner. Whenever you get one in your side, it's almost like gold dust. Ability to spin the ball both ways, he's got plenty of variation. As you see, that best bowling figures, well, Pakistan will be hoping that's exactly what happens over the next couple of overs.
Hey, just a touch away from middle. That's it.
Three out on the leg side. Deep backward square, deep mid wicket, long on. To go with long off and cover. Finally, the respite of being able to spread the field. 5 fielders out.
Yes! Well then, just like that, Frank, you said you wanted to see him. Well, that's what he can do. Finn Allen, he's been starved of the strike. It was full, it hurried on, and Finn Allen's been bowled through the gate.
Well, great start to the spell. Just gets the ball, the kiss on top of the off stump. Easy as you like from Mukim. Beautiful piece of bowling from the left arm wrist spinner. That brings about the end for Finn Allen. Bright and breezy, 27 off just the 12. New Zealand 93 for 1.
What of his 9th half-century at Eden Park, Mark Chapman went on to score 94. Shame he couldn't quite get to triple figures as he has done in the past against Pakistan. So many of his half-centuries and that century against this team. With much humility, when asked about what his success against Pakistan comes down to, he says, we just play them a lot.
Nice, well done.
He's got very fluid action, hasn't he, Frank? It's a good bowler to watch.
Yeah, lovely action. Yeah, there's always just something a little different.
Good ball, good ball.
Lefty on lefty here. Chapman off the mark.
Just clever piece of bowling. First ball of a spell, 84 kilometres now. Second ball up at 94. Utilising that skid-on of the surface. He's watched Finn Allen all through the series. Looks to be really deep in the crease against the spinners. Just hurries him up with that one.
1-1.
Spinning away from Seifert, and he'll want to. Chapman's rapid between the wickets, and a misfield hasn't helped Pakistan's cause as New Zealand close in on the 100 mark.
And only in his 11th T20 international, so great to see that he's come in with plans, ideas of how he wants to try and take on.
Ow!
And almost got through as well. The defence of Tim Seifert. Really pushing the batters back, isn't he? Sufyan, 1 for 4 of his first over, 96 for 1. Well, the first look for New Zealand of Sufyan Mukim here in this country. Now Shadab Khan, and the New Zealanders have seen plenty of him. Chapman backs away and pops it down to long on. Tell you what, Tim Seifert's team shirt's been through the hotel wash, hasn't it? Didn't quite get the iron treatment. Got to pay extra for ironing.
He might be a bit superstitious. That might be the
Yeah,
lucky
could be
one.
too. Could be as well.
Oh,
goodness. Jeez, he's got onto that quickly. That's some delivery.
That's on my bingo card of things I love to see at cricket. When spinners just say, I could bowl the leg spinner, the wrong end, the toppy, but I've actually had enough of this. I'm bowling the bumper.
You don't set often enough. That's fun.
Every spinner. And he's got a bit of fast bowler trapped inside them.
Drag short, Chapman slaps it away, and it's been dropped. Oh dear, oh dear. Usman Khan.
It's a very exciting dot ball. A slight drag down, doesn't arrive to Chapman, goes on to the pull shot, picks out the man in the deep who shells it, goes straight down. Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be such an easy dismissal. There wasn't even a run taken.
Good ball, 1-1.
Just a glance off the bat this time. That's tidied over.
Yeah, tidy over that could have been even better still. Just early through the shot, Chapman out of control, picks out the man in the deep almost perfectly. He's barely laid a hand on it. Goes straight through onto the thigh and then finds the grass.
Just being down on the field, Frank, at the innings break, and cut away, no run there. And it is slippery on that outfield. I mean, this field is currently in use as a rugby field, as those here in New Zealand would understand, but for those watching offshore, it is wet out there. Plenty of dew, very slick underfoot. Oh, and that's cut beautifully. That's 4 runs all day long. That is Seifert at his very best in the 100 up for New Zealand.
Yeah, just finds a way to play spoiler right at the end of the over. Does Tim Seifert again, just gets into that power position, clears the front leg, opens the stance up, and is able to just flat bat it offside.
watching two different games of cricket here. One for the first 20 overs and a very different one for the second. McKim again. Oh, and that's fallen on the toe and gone, says Sean Haig. They're going to review this. Chapman thought he may have been outside leg.
TV umpire to director, we have a review for LBW. The on-field decision is out. It is a fair delivery, front on first. Through. Thank you. Doesn't appear to be any bad involved. Just rock and roll that. Thank you. Clearly directly onto the foot. We'll go to ball tracking when ready. Just building ball tracking. Coming up now. Thank you. Impact outside the line. Go back on field to Sean. Get you to change your original decision to not out. You're on screen. Signal now.
Impact outside. Good review from Mark Chapman. And he retains his wicket. But just an indication of how tricky this man is.
It turns out to be a great review. And to know when your front foot's slipping away, your head's falling over, to have an idea where your stumps are, spot on from Mark Chapman.
Oh my goodness. He has slipped that one through, and they're going to look at this as well. Well, Sufyan McKim, he is casting a spell out there.
To director, we have a review for a stumping. Just waiting on the countdown timer here. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll go from the stumping. Thank you. Just rock and roll that for me. Just roll back. Thank you. That is clearly out of the ground. Can you roll through from the ball passing the batter? Just want to confirm the keeper's behind the stumps when he takes the ball. Thank you. Okay, there's contact with the bat there. So the ball's fairly taken. The bat is short of his ground when the wicket's broken. I have a decision for the screen.
Well, that's a sharp piece of work behind the stumps from Mohammad Haris, and McKim has another, which means Daryl Mitchell has hurried his way out.
Well, he knew, didn't he? Mohammad Haris, he was adamant that that was out. Which means Daryl Mitchell in at number 4, good record. He would have been sitting back 5-10 minutes ago thinking, oh no, not again, not going to get a hit. And how quickly that has changed around. Left arm wrist spin into the attack. He's got 2 for 4 in just 8 balls. Spinning a web here.
18 wickets now in 11 matches. Sufyan. It's beautiful, that flight and late dip. He just wouldn't have had a lot of experience against left-arm wrist spinners.
No, dime a dozen. The opposite of a dime a dozen. It's late, Scotty. In my head, it made sense until it came out loud. That'll get clipped up and replayed back to me 100,000 times.
Story of my day, Frank. Every day. Everything makes sense when it's in the head. Gotcha.
Aja.
That's nicely
Aja.
played. Seifert wary of getting too forward to Sufyan, and he's just allowed himself that time to just guide the ball down to short third. Mitchell on the strike on 1. You'll be keen to hurry this along.
Yeah, it's always a tough thing when you face a bowler you haven't seen a lot of. Very different watching footage than actually what it feels like out in the middle.
Well, he deserves respect, and Daryl Mitchell was a long way from home. He just kept on coming. Seifert had no interest at all in taking a run there. And Daryl Mitchell just kept on coming down. So if I keep going, eventually he'll get the idea. He's goose-stepped his way down the pitch.
Yeah, it's good ball.
Oh, it's great bowling. There's a lovely over again. Another wicket for Sufyan Mukim. 9 overs gone, 105 for 2. There's the match so far. Jimmy Neesham, 5 for 22 for New Zealand, and that is 6. That was 6 as soon as it was hit. Tim Seifert continues. Respect shown for Mukim, but not so much for Shadab Khan.
Oh, just smart play from Tim Seifert, isn't it? He's seen the carnage unfolding at the other end, and he thinks, well, we're within striking distance. Let's get this done. Just 18 more needed. Broken seat off in the stand. That's his 7th 6 today. Just incredible from Seifert.
Wow, now it's straight down the ground, and it's just reeled in before the rope.
Just a single taken this time, which feels somewhat disappointingly pedestrian.
I think there might have been the initial thought that it was going for 4. Both batters just trundling along.
Good ball. सामने हमारे कोई बात नहीं. बिल्कुल आगे डालिए, बिल्कुल मुंह में. सामने सही है, सामने बड़ी है.
Oh, has he hold out here? Has he hold out here? No. This is unbelievable.
Not only has he not caught it, he's knocked it over the rope for 6.
Oh, well, Harris Ralph, welcome to the very long list of players who've dropped a catch here at the Cape Town. Not the first, definitely won't be the last, but that's not the best way to do it. Palm it over the rope for 6.
Oh, he just looked away at exactly the wrong moment because he was aware of how close he was to the rope. And Harris Ralph, if he'd given himself a split second longer to make sure the ball was in his hands, he literally turned.
Oh, goodness. Tim Seifert, he is keen to go home.
This is simply incredible. This is just phenomenal striking. This is a man in serious form. 6 4s, 9 6s, New Zealand 4 away. You bet that Tim Seifert's trying to get it done this one ball.
Well, I tell you what, if they call drinks here, if he doesn't get another 4.
Goes for it, Tim Seifert. Gets all of it. That is one of the greatest innings you'll see on these shores. He is at the top of his game, Tim Seifert. He finishes 97 not out. New Zealand have won by 8 wickets, and they've done it with 10 overs to spare. Take a bow, Tim.
And it's just mind-blowing from Tim Seifert. The innings is only halfway through and they've chased the runs down. 97 not out, 38 deliveries, 6 fours, 10 sixes, striking at 255. He's probably walking off now thinking, I wish there was another 50 runs to chase. Think of the score I could put on the board today. That is 55 minutes of absolute carnage from Tim Seifert.
Simply staggering. The ball striking, the timing, the way he has set the tone for this team throughout the series. This has been some second coming for Tim Seifert. 97 off 38 deliveries. It is his show. Everyone else is just playing support.
Eight-wicket win. And the biggest part of the story, 10 overs. Chased it in 10 overs.